your mom.
Your mother.
Today, as you can see, there's egos. But what are we ranking? Well, we're ranking Dragon Ball characters based off their egos, and we're not ranking these ones because they're already included down here. Just different versions of them. Then again, I like Master Roshi's sunglasses better, so I'm putting him down here.
He's so cool.
He is so cool. Okay, so first we have Goku. Where do you think Goku is? Because I have my very opinion on Goku and where he should go.
He has a bit of an ego.
I don't think it's a bit. I think he goes big ego,
He has
not giant ego, but he's like he literally
He's Goku.
he's Goku. He's like, oh yeah, you're not. He tells Khalifa multiple times, you're not ready for Super Saiyan 3. You're too stupid for that. I'm better. Haha, I'm Goku.
He is Goku.
He just like, I'm better. Haha, nerd.
For the ego he should have, it's pretty weak.
Yeah. Well, now we have
Vegetable.
Vegetable has massive ego. I can't
Is
put.
that Majin Vegetable?
Well, no.
Or does
Actually,
he just have a cringe?
God ego because he's getting closer to getting massive ego every chapter. At this point, he's become less egotistical. He's becoming a no ego person. We don't want to see that. And
We don't want to see that. We don't want more ego.
And for context, the reason is Vegeta is like finally admitting, wow, Goku's stronger than me. Blah 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 blah. And now we have
No, he's not.
we have Majin Vegeta. Majin Vegeta, I say has like a bit of an ego. I had to put
He
them
does
separate.
not have much of an ego. He should have more of an ego.
The thing is, this Vegeta is the one who's like, yeah, I have to die. I've done some bad stuff. He's like, I'm not the greatest, so he blows himself up. And
That
he
should
only has
not
a bit
be.
of an
No,
ego.
that's not a Vegeta way to do things.
Piccolo, opposite of ego. What do you disagree?
I do not disagree.
He literally tells Goku and Vegeta that they're too full of themselves at times. He gives a whole speech to Gohan about how he has too much of an ego.
But Gohan now deserves that ego because funny transformation go bird.
True. Krillin is a hard person to rank because sometimes he has a funny ego, but sometimes he's gonna cry like a little baby and run.
Sometimes he chugs 17 sensu beans.
True. And then sometimes he was like the 21st Tenkaichi where he just one-shot them and he's like, this is all fine. Or 22nd. Wait, no. One of the numbers, the one from Z. So I think he should have no ego because he's too in between opposite of ego and a bit of an ego. He's like Piccolo, but Piccolo's not scared. He just doesn't want to.
But Piccolo's better.
Yeah. And then Gohan. Gohan, I say, has a massive.
Nerd. He studies.
He has a massive ego, especially Ultimate Gohan. Ultimate Gohan literally told Boo that he is here to kill him. No, I'm not here to fight you. I'm going to win. You should go kill yourself now. That's what he told That's what he told Boo.
He just do be like that. Though.
He do be like that. And I included Psychopath Gohan in here because I want him to be separate, and he has a god tier ego. And and then he has no ego, and then he's back to a massive ego, god tier. So I have to put him at massive because, well, I'm gonna put pre-Cell returns. Before Cell comes back, he has a god level ego. Yamcha.
He does. No, just a bit of an ego.
Yamcha has a giant ego. Let's be real.
Yamcha has a rocket launcher as well, which makes him cooler.
True. Cooler, you say?
Yes.
We'll get there eventually. But Yamcha has a giant ego. Yamcha is like, guys, I haven't trained for like 3 billion years, but trust me, I can fight in the turn of power and we'll win because of me.
Well, you should believe him.
True. Android 17, the Solo King. I don't know where to put him. I can't tell if he has a massive ego or he's just trying to be like that.
I don't know either.
Hold on, I have to make a new tier.
Just I don't know. He's too mysterious.
There's some parts where he just has like in Jiren, he's like, I'm gonna defeat you, Jiren, and he like does a blast. He's like, did that hurt, Jiren? And he's like, and then he gets immediately beat up. Then there are other parts where he's like, he goes all show thing. He acts like a child. He's like, I am Android 17, destroyer of the universes, and he's just he's a strange character, but that's why he like him. Tien.
Tien's Tien.
Tien is Piccolo, but not Piccolo.
He's like Piccolo, but awesome.
Actually,
Piccolo already is awesome, but like.
oh wait, hold on. I meant to do this. Okay, now we're there. Okay, Master Roshi is awesome. He has
Which Master Roshi is this?
this.
This is Sunglasses Master
Yeah,
Roshi.
but this is the picture that represents all Master Roshis, and he has no ego. I actually say he's the opposite of
but
an
look
ego.
at his sunglasses.
True. But having a sunglasses can't save him. Trunks, I have to put at question mark. Actually, no. Trunks, I put at ego. He's gonna be the first ego character.
He kind of has an ego.
Because the first time you see him, he has the biggest ego you will ever seen in Dragon Ball, except one other character that's on this list. But then after that,
I think Vegeta was just like, "Hey Trunks, here's the first thing you need to learn how to do.
have an ego.
Have."
You see, that would be that, but the problem is, Vegeta is dead in future Trunks' timeline.
Whoopsie. Vegeta came back to life and then died again, just to tell Trunks to have an ego.
Mai has the opposite of an ego. She uses the power of friendship.
And a gun.
True. Look, I'm just saying. There's not a single point where Frieza's not talking down to somebody.
Well, that's just Frieza.
He gets beat up for an hour by Broly, and then he's like, I'm Golden Frieza.
No. He wins. He
wins. And then he's like, I'm Golden Frieza, I'm better. Gets beat up and still tries to act like he won in the end.
He did win.
There is no such thing as opposite of ego for Frieza.
There's no such thing as not ego.
I actually
down his ego.
I actually have to do something. Why'd I add it above? Oh, never mind. Or so there are quite a few characters who should go into. There are 3 characters who should go into this tier.
How many? Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get to him right now because I don't feel like ranking him separately. If ego is the depth, every word they say, you can't be better than me. I'm a god.
Well, you can't.
Future Gohan. Do you know about Future Gohan?
No.
No ego. Actually, opposite. He's literally Piccolo of the future.
Piccolo's awesome.
Majin Buu
is awesome.
He's awesome, but I don't think he has an ego. He's just an actual infant.
Infants can have egos.
Super Buu. Or that's his kid Buu. Sorry. What happened to Super Buu? I don't know. We'll find him later if he's here. If not, I forgot.
He became Super. That's what happened to Super Buu.
Okay, well, Buu Tanks has... Buu Tanks is question mark because he doesn't exist long enough to have an ego. Meanwhile, someone here.
I wonder who would do that.
I wonder who would scream that who would get mad that he's getting beaten up.
No one.
I have to. Kid Buu, he doesn't have an ego, but he is insane. That's why I have to put in question mark. Goten. You see, guys, Goten has a massive ego.
That is what he has. He has a massive ego.
So Trunks actually has the massive ego, and Goten is just Goku, but with no ego. The Ox King. The Ox King is awesome, and therefore he gets no. He gets the Ox King's awesome. That's all we can say. He has no ego though.
Sad, no ego moment.
No, where does this person go? I feel like these three characters should be in the same place.
I feel like that's dangerous.
What's dangerous?
All three of those characters being in the same place.
I mean in the same tier.
Yeah,
What
but being in the same place.
what tier should we put them in?
I don't know. Among Us tier.
I think giant ego. Because let's face it, every time Chi-Chi's like, I'm good, I'm awesome, I'm cool, I'm housewife now.
Well, Chi-Chi is.
Chi-Chi's just strong. Videl is literally, her whole character was, Gohan can't be better than me. And then Bulma was the first Dragon Ball character to talk down to Vegeta like he was some child.
Why would you talk down to Vegeta?
Do we have to be joking here? He's Mr. Hercule. His god ego.
Mr. Hercule has the biggest ego to ever exist.
Well, second biggest.
No, biggest.
Well,
He's Mr. Hercule.
He is Mr. Hercule. Guys, in all seriousness, he still has a massive ego.
He defeated Frieza. He's just that good.
True. I don't think angels can have egos. Okay,
I
yes.
don't think they can, but they can laugh at people.
Oolong can be in that tier.
Oolong is awesome.
Oolong is scared child.
No, but Oolong wakes up Shenron. Oolong makes the first wish, and
True. It's a very wish. Beerus is such a hard character to ego rank, cause sometimes he acts like he's the top of the ego tier, and other times he just has no ego and it's like, that can't happen. Goku can't. No, I'm scared. Goku. That's why I'm the same tier as Goku.
Yeah, it's up in here.
Because he does admit when he's weaker, and that's something a massive ego would not do.
Exactly. If you were Vegeta, you are not weak. You are never weaker.
Both Brawlies I'm gonna put in question mark tier because they are just.
I don't think they have the brain capacity to have an ego.
It's just non-stop. Actually, no. Super Broly you can rank, but Super Broly is no ego because before he gets mad, he's just really nice and doesn't think too highly of himself. But Z Broly, actually, I don't know. He is not a character. He does
not have the brain function to physically have an ego.
No, okay. Z Broly, base form. He has nothing in his head.
Exactly.
He is brain dead.
I think Broly's always brain dead. I think that's his entire character.
It's Goku's mom. No, I don't think we can see her enough to tell she has an ego. But by the fact that she was scared of Frieza, she has no ego.
That's pathetic. Just beat up Frieza.
Okay, so this is very weird. If this was Bardock from Dragon Ball Super, he would be in the bit of an ego zone. But I'm gonna put this as Bardock from Dragon Ball Z.
Uh-oh.
Somebody thought they could 1v1 Frieza. Okay, you want to know the great thing too? Frieza is the same strength in all of Dragon Ball Z. except in Super when he comes back. But in Dragon Ball Z, this is his max power level. 150 million. Do you know what Bardock's power level was when he fought Frieza?
10,000.
Uh-huh. He had it. He thought he could. He's like, I'm not. He's like, I can do this for the people, but you can do it, Goku. Or Kakarot. King Vegeta's the king. He has a massive ego. But not as big as somebody else here. Do we have... This is Frieza's father.
A freezer.
And this is Frieza's, like, great-great-great-grandpa. Do you know what his name is, Aunt Rose?
I wonder.
Chilled.
He is. How chilled is he though?
Really chilled. He's really chilled out. Turles. Turles is edgy Goku.
He also has a fruit that is tasty.
Lord Slug is just an Namekian Turles, but Turles is still cooler. Because he looks cooler. See, who can have a bigger ego? Who can have a bigger ego than Frieza? Somebody cooler than him.
He is cooler.
And also, he constantly thinks he's the better than Frieza. This is
He is.
See, massive ego. Massive ego. Both Bojack and Goku have big ego. Big. Janemba is actually... I don't know. Because Janemba does not say a single word.
No, I would say if it's Fat Janemba, the opposite of ego, but he's not fat.
Then again, this is Demon. This is the one who... It's weird. Cause
we go back to Fat Janemba, he was cool.
He was cool, but Demon
Look
Janemba...
how he was so happy.
True, but this Janemba... I have to put him a question mark because he simply doesn't talk. We don't know if he's talking down. All we know is he's having fun. Hyrudegon is literally just the Godzilla of Dragon Ball. He doesn't think.
Thinking is stupid anyway. Do you like to think, Anthony?
No. Do you know who Tapion is?
No, but does he
Tapion...
have tape in his elbows?
No. He's the opposite of ego, though. He's this brave hero from another... He's a brave hero from another time who sealed himself in the box to keep Hyrudegon out of the world. He literally... A person with an ego would not do that. They would not seal themselves away.
Exactly. You would just beat him up.
Raditz?
Has no ego.
Nappa. No, Raditz has an ego.
That's the joke.
True. Both Raditz and Nappa have no ego, guys. No ego. It's truckin' time. My name's Andrew. My name's I realized a thing between the movie villains. The movie villains always think they're like the biggest. They're so strong. Android 13's an alcoholic, therefore I don't think he has an ego. He's just drunk all the time.
But does that make him have an ego because he is actively fighting people while drunk?
True. Maybe he... Then again, I think random drunk people get in a fight on the streets.
Have you ever seen Britain?
True. But
that is just random people having drunk fights on the street.
Android 13 is definitely there because he's just dumb, man. Android 16 is opposite of an ego. He's like, he every time he goes to fight, he's like, I'm gonna die, but at least I'll stall for time. Android 18 definitely has an ego, though. A massive one. I'm surprised a person who has who is the opposite of an ego, Krillin, could actually marry someone who has an ego. Where did Krillin go, by the way?
Oh, no, I don't know. Krillin phased out of... Krillin, like all things, just disappeared.
Here he is. I forget he's wearing the same...
Like most things that happen with Krillin, he's there and then he's not.
I'm gonna put question mark because he doesn't talk. And then I would say he has a giant ego, but then he became scared little baby. The second Vegeta killed Android 19, he cried and ran away. And then Piccolo came to fight him. He's like, I can drain Piccolo's energy to become stronger. And he's like, oh no, Piccolo's stronger than me. Time to run away again.
Well, I would be. Are you telling me you wouldn't be scared of Piccolo?
He did acquire the sauce.
Exactly.
And then Android 21. I can't tell if this is good or bad Android 21, so I'm gonna put question mark.
Okay.
I think. Do we have to have an explanation for this one?
No, I don't. I don't think that's necessary. Can you give him his own tier called Dura? There
we go. There's no explanation needed for that. Fodder character, scared little baby, because he lost to Krillin and Child Gohan. And they weren't strong at that point either, which was the funny part. Kui. He thought he was so strong, and then he died. So he has an ego. I like how there's only one character and a bit of an ego.
Everyone in Dragon Ball either has like a huge ego or is just so nice.
The Frieza soldiers all thought they were really strong. They are all equally as egotistical.
Yeah, however, have you...
Actually, except Burter, because he's like, I'm the fastest in the universe. You all mean nothing.
You aren't the fastest in the universe.
And then Captain Ginyu was same.
Captain Ginyu is Captain Ginyu.
Captain Ginyu. The Cooler Squad. That Cooler Squad consists of no ego because they... Actually, no. They consist of an ego. A bit of an ego. These two consist of a bit of an ego. Somebody consists of an ego. And then they become scared little babies by the end. But then again, who wouldn't be a scared little baby after getting instantly knocked out by Piccolo?
He's Piccolo. I would just, after I see Piccolo, be a scared baby.
Universe Survival Saga had egos. The trio of danger, as they called themselves, had the big ego. They thought they could be Goku and Vegeta.
But they were the trio of danger.
Well, the trio of danger became the trio of being dead.
Well,
Hit has no ego.
Hit.
Hit has the opposite of an ego.
I wouldn't say he has the opposite of an ego. I just don't think it exists.
No, I think he's actually no. I think he's the opposite. He literally has. If he had no ego, he would be walking into buildings and like just taking out all the guards in Super, but instead he time skips so no one could see him go into the elevator, go up, and he time skips so nobody sees him except the person he kills. If he had an ego, he would be announcing that he did it. Also, he's an assassin. I think assassins can't have no egos. They have to have the opposites of egos.
Fair enough.
Kappa is scared little baby. He cries about everything. And he's like, Vegeta, protect me. What was that sound?
That was Matt Pat.
Okay.
I don't know half these characters, so I went to check YouTube real quick, and all I saw was a Paw Patrol film theory.
Oh yeah, I already watched that.
No, they made another one. This one was released 50 minutes ago.
Okay, I'll watch after this. Cauliflower. Cauliflower has bigger ego than Goku.
I know. Oh, hi, Cauliflower.
Kale. Kale wants to... Kale...
Why? Wait, can you pick up the thing? She just doesn't have a head.
Yeah. No, Kale is scared little baby. Kale cries the whole tournament of power.
Oh, no.
Kefla has same tears. who's coming up that's your favorite. It's your favorite character.
I love Frost.
So for context, we were playing Xenoverse 2 and kept pressing random. Guess who got Frost 7 times in a row?
Oops, I love Frost. I love Secret Poison.
So he's part of the Frieza family, and everyone in the Frieza family has the same ego. Except the difference is that normal Frieza crushes alternate universes Frieza, aka Frost's ego. He's like, I'm better than you. Die.
Who? He's that guy looks awesome.
He has a I say at the beginning he had a big ego, and then he fought Goku and he went to a bit of an ego. This is a scared little baby character. Do you think he would be a scared little baby character?
He has a Gundam. Why would he?
Reverse. Okay, I'm gonna show you the size difference between these characters. So, this is Vegeta, this is the other dude.
Oops.
So you would expect for him to have a massive ego, right? That he's so big and strong. Do you know what his race's weakness is?
Water.
No. If you throw an insult, even if it's like you're bad or I don't like or you suck, they will actually go into baby mode and lose all their strength and instantly lose any battle. This is a question mark character. I don't even know if he had a name, because he was part of the Universe 6 team, and all he did was talk to a dude and try to tell him his dementia stories. He's like, back in my day, and then he gets eliminated.
Well, I think that's a lot of an ego to go up to your enemy and start telling them stories. I think he has a lot of ego.
No, he has dementia. So
exactly. That way, no one can ever knock his ego down.
These characters are just alternate universe Piccolo. They're literally Piccolo from Universe 6. Well, angels have to go into the same tier. Champa! Champa is awesome.
I like how half the time you can't see their faces.
I know. I love this. But I can tell who... Pilaf!
Pilaf has such a big ego. Pilaf has such a big ego for somebody that gets beaten the ever living crap out of every time.
Every single time you see him, he fails. No, that's the funniest part. In Super,
he could have literally accomplished if he wasn't a scared baby and like froze.
Okay, you don't understand. In Dragon Ball Super, Pilaf apparently in Dragon Ball Super, we hear Mai say this, but they got the Dragon Balls, and I think Pilaf says something about being young. It was either Pilaf or Mai said something about being young, and then they got turned into kids.
Oops.
And that's why the future Mai isn't like 800 years old and is like 18. And that's why it's also kind of weird that Kid Mai likes Kid Trunks.
Oops.
General.
Who is it?
Is this General? This is General Red, right? Not General Blue.
Considering he's holding something red, I think so.
No, this is General Blue.
Then why is he holding a red disc?
General Blue. I don't know.
If he's General Blue, why is he wearing a red tie?
He's General Blue. Don't make fun of him. You have to finish Dragon Ball.
I haven't started Dragon Ball.
Yes, you did. Don't lie to me. You just quit.
Does the first 10 episodes count as starting Dragon Ball?
Yes, and then I made you watch Super.
I'll make you a deal. I am like 100 episodes off from finishing Naruto. I will watch Dragon Ball after that.
Okay, fine. General Blue has ego. Then he gets beat up by Goku, and then bye-bye ego. Demon King Piccolo.
That's just a jumpsuit. How
What do you
do
mean
you
no?
know this?
Cause I know this. He has a massive ego. Mercenary Tao. Mercenary Tao is weird. I think he. Some people would say he has a giant ego. I say he actually has a bit of an ego. Because you see him twice. Once he gets beat up by Goku after thinking he's won, and the other time he runs away scared after realizing Gohan is Goku's son, and remembering that Goku beat him up. I don't remember this guy's name, but he was Tien's master at one point, and he had a giant ego, but he also sucks, so I want to put him in question mark tier, because I don't like him.
But does he have Dodonray?
He does have Dodonray.
That means you can't put him there.
I have to.
Dodonray makes up for everything. It's such a good move.
Grandpa Gohan. Eve.
Gun.
Criminal Launch. Criminal Launch has big ego. If there's the other launch, which I don't see, other launch is in scared little baby tier. Okay.
Oh, look, it's Birder, but actually fast.
Dispo. The fastest in the universe, says.
Put him right next to Birder.
They are pretty similar. Topo. Topo has the opposite of an ego. He's strong, but he's not like, I'm gonna beat you, I'm better. He's just like, I have to defend my universe. Jiren is a question mark, because Jiren is nothing. Jiren is like a blank canvas who's just strong.
Vegito is just nothing. He has the biggest ego.
He does actually have a god tier ego. He is a god of destruction. He's like, no way we're gonna lose. Every other universe has bad warriors. We have the strongest warriors. We're better than you guys. That's his. He's the clown.
He's also a clown.
He goes, honk honk, my name's Belmod. Oob. Oob has no ego. Actually, he's Oob. Pan! I think we know where to put Pan.
Could we make, like, yeah, I was gonna say make a burn tier, but, like...
True. But Dragon Ball Superhero Pan is alright. That's why I can't put burn tier. Bola! Well, that's the dub version. You know what the sub version's name is?
What?
Bra.
Brung?
Bra. B-R-A. But the American
Why?
audience... The people who dubbed it thought it would be too inappropriate to name her Bra. So she has an ego. Like father, like daughter. Hyper Mega Real... Wait, that's not... That's just Mega Rildo. All you need to know is he thinks he's better than Goku. Super 17 thinks he's better than Goku. Super Baby 2.
The baby. He's the baby.
He actually thinks he's the best.
His name is the baby.
He
is the hit rapper the baby.
He is the baby. East Shenron. Which Shenron was good? Was it East Shenron or Nova Shenron?
I don't know.
Exactly.
That's why you're consulting your Majin Vegeta Google for it.
Yeah. I hope I spelled East wrong. No, not Shen Dog. Shenron.
No, Shen Dog. You love Shen Dog.
Wait. Okay. So is Nova Shenron the good one then? Because one of them is good and one of them is evil. No. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Nova Shenron has a bit of an ego, while East Shenron has a big ego. Omega Shenron. Omega Shenron literally called himself the god of destruction.
Well, he's Omega Shenron.
He is Omega. Korin.
is the biggest ego I've ever seen.
Guys, he is a god tier ego. Mr. Popo. Hold on.
Look at him,
I have to make a new tier.
Mr. Popo.
No. This tier. Too cool for an ego.
He is too cool for an ego. How do you miss your own tier?
What?
Why'd you move it up and down? Like you couldn't find where the one empty space is.
Cause I scrolled too far. Kami has the opposite of an ego. Actually, no, he's scared, baby. He just cries. He's like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta defeat him.
You used the wrong form of we are.
King Yema has an ego, but he has a funny ego.
Laugh at him. He made a spelling mistake.
Where?
Bottom tier.
Where?
Grammatical error. Laugh. Grammatical error.
What grammatical error?
Wrong form of where. It's okay. You can laugh at him. You can laugh at his grammar.
You know what, I'm gonna do properly then. King Kai is too cool for an ego. Come on, guys.
King Kai is too cool.
Too cool.
Who?
That's Elder Kai. He's like Master Roshi, but he's a god. This guy has an ego. He thinks he's better than Gohan, and then Gohan's like 30 times stronger than him. This guy is literally no ego. I'm trying to get through this quicker because I want to get to, because this video is getting really long.
I also think this video might be a bit too long.
Yeah. You can't have an ego if you're a god. If you're an angel.
He has such a big ego.
Such a big ego.
I can't tell if he has an ego or not. I just think
he's just stupid.
He's just stupid.
Massive ego. I really like this guy because he's trying to be a hero, and so he has an ego. But then he's like, "I'm gonna use my final move." It does nothing to Vegeta, and Vegeta's like, "Let me show you a real final move, Final Flash."
Oops. So, we've been saving some. We might be saving a tier for someone.
Well, I forgot to create another tier. So somebody has a massive, massive ego. Thinks he's better than everyone else. He smiles while beating up people.
Is very good at fighting. You can tell by the fact that sometimes he wastes all his time existing insulting people.
So yeah, well, Gogeta's there as an ego because everything he said, because he's just an ego. You can tell, but somebody I think needs a few tiers above. I don't know if it's possible to have a bigger ego than Vegito. Remember how I said that Zamasu and thought he was like God and nobody could be better than him? Let's just say somebody made fun of a god and said, I'm better than a god. Somebody beat up Super Boo for like 30 minutes. Then he turns Super Saiyan because he feels like it, not because he's losing, just because he wants to. Super Boo's tearing a hole in space. I don't feel like you have that. Do you know what my favorite gif of Vegito is?
Yeah.
I did not spell that right, but okay. There's a Vegito gif that just emphasizes all of his character. Tools. I want to go tools. No, type. Can I GIF? Where is it? Where's this GIF? If it plays.
Okay. No, Sir Hercule.
Well, that doesn't happen, but he kicks it out of his hand. Vegito, he fights with his arms crossed, only using his legs against Boo.
Yeah, that's because he knows Black Leg.
He does know Black. See, Vegito is actually levels of ego that I don't think any fictional character will ever overcome. Like
His entire character is just ego.
the ego on Vegito is more than any amount of anime I'll ever be able to watch in my life. And that's a big thing coming from me.
Oh yeah, Mister. I've watched every single anime ever
I
made.
haven't watched every single anime. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say Gogeta's second on this tier list. Gogeta's 100 out of 100 ego. Vegito is 5,000 out of 100 ego. That what else can be said about the god of ego? God of destruction, more like god of ego. And that will be it for this video.
Okay.
This is a true tier list. You can't dispute it. Luckily, they actually can't. El Bozos. This is the end of the video.
This is the end of the video.
This is the end of the video. Your mom.
How'd they figure out this is the end of the video?
I have no idea. Your mom.
Your mother.